Hey y'all, this is Jeff with Atlantic Arcade Sales, and we are at Soaring Chalet up here in Sevierville. And what I'm going to do is walk you through your game. Y'all welcome to your beautiful rental property, but I want to show you how to play this game. When you walk up to it, it's typically going to be in a menu or in a game. I'm going to go through both on how you will play. If you come up and it's in a menu, in order to find all the different great games you can play, you're going to hit this middle top yellow button. Now it's going to take you to the system selection menu, and you can scroll down. Now, if you come up to your game, and it's in a game. If your game's in a game when you arrive, when you arrive, you turn it on, it's already to one specific game. Just know this game plays 5,000 games. So in order to best utilize this system, you're going to have to know how to get to the menus, and that's what we're going to go over. We're going to go over gameplay as well. And what a beautiful view. So if it's in a game, in order to exit a game, get to a menu, we're going to hold down player 1 till you hear volume stop. You see the game stop, and you're going to let up. It stopped. I let off the button. Now I'm in this specific menu, which is Arcade Classics, but I want to get to the main menu. I'm going to hit the top yellow button on the left side, and now I'm in the overall system selection menu, and I can now scroll between arcade games, Atari 2600, ColecoVision, Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Your kids can play all their great console games they like to play, and you can play all the great arcade classics. There is an all game menu. You know, sometimes I don't advise that because all 5,000 games are in this menu, but to enter any menu, we're going to hit player 1. Once we tap player 1, this is this particular menu. To navigate any of the menus, we're going to use the left joystick. This is player 1 side. We're going to use the left joystick. We're going to go up or down. You see it'll go through one game at a time. It'll even give you a header of what type of system that game's from. You can hold it up or down, and it'll slowly traverse the menu. You can hold it to the left and right, and it will go very fast through the menu to help you get from one end to the other to find any game that you may be looking for. So once you find your game, whatever it may be, there's some just incredible games in here. But your title match, so much stuff in here. But anything you find, it doesn't really matter. You just search through. Here's Time Pilot. There we go, Time Pilot. So to play, we're now going to hit player 1. It's going to load Time Pilot just as the original. These are the original ROMs, so the original ROM now takes place. When you're playing arcade games, this is important to note. You have to credit them because these are real arcade games. So we're going to use this blue button on the front, and this is going to credit up every single arcade game. You don't have to do that with console games, so you don't have to worry about that. Once you've credited up, now you're just going to decide whether I'm playing 1 or 2 players, and now your game is ready to go. You're ready to go, ready to play. At any time you want to get out of this, you've done playing, you want to play another game, we're going to go back to the same thing that we did before. We're going to hold down player 1 until it stops. We're going to let go. Now we're back in our menu. Now once again, the overall menu, once we're in a menu, we're going to hit the top yellow button, and now we're into all system selection. We can go from arcade classics only, Atari. So let's say your kids, a lot of them want to play Nintendo. Well, we're going to highlight the Nintendo category. We're now going to hit player 1. Now we're in the full catalog of Nintendo games. So this also shows you the box that the games come in, which is kind of cool. So let's say you want to play Kung Fu. Well, once again, we're going to tap player 1. It's going to load Kung Fu. And then it's just a matter of figuring out your path. Typically with Nintendo games, it's either going to be continue to hit player 1 or to hit the red button. So now we're ready to go. So now we want to get out of this. I want to explain something to you. We're going to hold down player 1, let go, and now we're out. What you have here with this control panel, this is player 1, this is player 2. These are your 8-way for your 8-way games. This is your 4-way joystick for games like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Popeye. All these great classic games you want to play, you're going to want to use this 4-way joystick because it's going to play those correctly. So if you're playing Pac-Man or whatever, this is the joystick you want to use. Player 1 or player 2 will come through this one right here. So that's the way it's designed. Your 8-way joysticks, your 4-way joystick, this is your game selection. And once again, when you're in a menu, to get out, we're going to hit the top yellow button. And there you go, you're right back in the menu. You can scroll down to PlayStation. If your kids want to play PlayStation, whatever it is they want to play, Once again, to walk you through the arcade games, we're going to hit player 1. Now here's 2,700 arcade games just right here. So many different games, from NBA Jam to The Simpsons, you name it, Paperboy, they're all in here. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. So if you don't figure out how to navigate, you're going to miss a great chance to play all these games while you're here, while you have time, while you're not catching that incredible view. So once again, to load into any game, you just simply find whatever it is you're looking for. We'll hit player 1. Your game's gonna load in. You're gonna credit it with your credit button, because all arcade games have to be credited. And then we're gonna take off playing. When you're done playing, we're gonna hold down player 1. It's gonna take us right back here. To get to our overall menu, we're gonna hit the middle yellow button, and away you go. Now, if you have any problems with this, there's a lot more instructional videos I have. We're going to title this one the name of this place, so you'll be able to look this up on YouTube. But there's also other instructional videos, and you can also reach me at 843-450-0171 for questions, or you can text me anything you might need to know about this specific game. Thank y'all for watching. To get your game on, 843-450-0171.